Tip number 1. Avoid gravel and debris on the road. You will probably find it on the side, so when you ride, try to ride in the middle. Don't ride on the side. When you go into a turn, you'll probably find it on the side, so be careful. Number 2. Ride in the middle of the lane. Don't ride on the side. First of all, this will help you to avoid the gravel that you might find on the side, and it will prevent any cars or any other motorcycles to overtake you in your own lane. When you're in the middle, they cannot overtake you. One of the most dangerous things is overtaking of cars in your own lane while you are driving on one side or the other. Number 3. When you brake, always brake with both brakes, the front brake and rear brake. Use them both. Don't use one. If you use your front brake, you can lock it. If you use your rear brake, you can lock it. So avoid using just one of them. Use them both. Use them gradually. Don't just lock it. Don't push on it so hard. Especially the front brake in any twisties or in a corner or whatever. If you lock your brake while your bike is lean, that means you're gonna end up on the side. So don't do that. When you come to a stoplight, always before you stop, put it in first gear. Put your left leg down, your right leg just keep it on the brake, okay, and wait for the light to turn green. So rear brake is pushed, left foot down, you're in first gear. This will help you to start moving fast when the light turns green, and if anybody is coming behind you fast, don't see you or anything, you can avoid it and you can just move quickly. Number 5. Keep enough distance between you and the car in front. You never know if he would just stop instantly. You don't know if he will stop instantly without any warning. You don't know what's happening. Always keep enough distance between you and the car in front. And this distance should increase as your speed increases. The distance between you and the vehicle in front of you should be enough for you to stop safely. And if you go on the highway, just keep it increased. Increase your distance as you ride, especially on highways. Number 6. Always, and I mean always, use your indicators. And don't forget to turn them off when you're done with your turn. A lot of accidents happen because of indicators are not turned on. Either you don't turn them or the other drivers or other participants in the traffic don't turn them on when they are emerging or they are trying to turn left or right. So use your indicators and don't forget to turn them off after you are done with your turn. Some new bikes have self-cancellation, that's okay, but most bikes don't, so don't forget to turn them off. Number 8. When you ride, always look ahead. Don't look in front of you, don't look in the few yards or meters in front of you. Always look ahead, look far to the horizon. It's easier to anticipate the traffic, what's going to happen, and it's easier to ride, especially in the turns. When you turn, you make a U-turn, slow movement, fast movement, you go through the twisties, always keep your eye on the exit. Don't look down. Look far, look at the exit of the turn. Okay? Number 9. Consider everyone in traffic, on the streets, on the road, a raging idiot, and consider yourself the only smart one. So, and ride accordingly. You have to anticipate their movement, you have to anticipate their mistakes, okay, and put yourself in a safe position. Do not rely on them to be smart about their riding or about their driving. Just consider them idiots and act accordingly. Number 10. Ride very slowly and carefully in the rain. Always wear high visibility clothes when you ride. Ride carefully, ride slowly. The reaction times in the rain are much more than when it's dry. Especially when you are coming to a stop, brake much earlier and be careful sometimes in front of the stop lights or the stop signs, because the cars stop there and they leak oil. The oil, when the rain starts, the oil can be very dangerous. So if the rain was pouring for a while, the oil will be washed away. So it's okay. However, if you are riding and the rain is just starting, be aware that the oily area in front of the stop sign or the stop light. Number 11, high visibility clothes, especially in the rain. That's very important. Okay, having your bike or on your backpack, or if you have a bag in your bike, at least some high visibility rain suit or something that you can put on if you find yourself in the rain. Number 12, make sure your bike is technically safe. You have to check everything. Brakes must work fine, lights, engine, everything must function exactly as it should. Okay, don't go and sit on a bike that is not technically approved. Make sure your bike is technically safe. Don't ride a bike if you're not sure of your brakes or your lights are not working or something like that. A bike, if it's not technically safe, you'll find yourself in a lot of trouble on the road. Number 13, lucky 13. If you filter, if it's allowed in your country, if you filter between cars, while you're filtering, always ride slowly. Most drivers don't see you coming, okay, and they don't check their mirrors all the time. So you have to be careful when filtering between cars. Always slow down while filtering, okay. Decrease your speed. And if you are filtering and if you see a gap on one of the sides, one of the lanes, always anticipate that this gap will be filled by some car. Some driver will see it and he will want to go and get in this gap. So, and when he does, he probably won't see you. So be careful. So brothers, these are 13 tips for traffic. Try to follow them. It will be much safer for you and for other participants on the road. I will see you in the next episode, and don't forget, we are born to ride, but we are forced to drive. Riding